Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with solid bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
Why, hello everyone, welcome to another best of 3 today. It is going to be iPet versus BTR, and it should be quite an interesting matchup here between the two teams. If you guys remember, iPet did secure a victory not that long ago. It was against the roster of WNL. Oh no, WNV, there you go, that was the proper name of the team. And here we're starting things off in Mirage, in which iPet definitely had a hard time closing things out on the series, and they are up against BTR. I do believe this is the map pick of the T side. And we'll see how things will progress. Moving forward towards that A-bomb side and towards connector seems to be ADR, but look at this, Lily has pushed up so aggressively here. He's going to have so much information, so once the push ends up taking place here, his flank is going to be so important here. The problem is, though, before he can make the pull... Oh, he's going to get spotted out, though. That's the problem, though. Lily sees the player right in front of him, and right now this is an opportunity here for iPet to continue with the push here, but obviously BTR, now they anticipate a flank to take place, and while they are focused on the push, there's in fact players coming in from CT, and the positioning here ain't too shabby here for BTR. They're still in position to pull this one off, but now there are also players coming in from CT. These players are all over the place, and finally we're down to a 1 versus 1. F-Core versus Fates, and Fates, it doesn't even have any more time. This is a victory here for Fates. And that's going to be the first round here for BTR. They pick it up, but it wasn't that easy. Oh boy, it wasn't. So there we go, with the first blister round going in favor here of BTR. I do believe iPet are just going to respond with, I think, just a simple eco. I mean, still early days here in the first half. It doesn't make a lot of sense to go for this investment. And yeah, this should be quite the easy round here for BTR. Okay, and even though nothing much has changed here in the setup of iPet, we do see a interesting thing right now. There might be some kills working out here for iPet, and that's pretty much the most important thing for them. In a situation like this, where you don't have too much to work with, trying to find some of these kills here, doing some of the damage on the terrorist economy is so important. As of right now, it's kind of working out, I mean. They have taken down one of the players, but all things considering, this is still going to be around here for BTR. And there we go. That's going to be the second round here for BTR. And the third round here is where things do get interesting. We now see proper investment here from the iPet squad. They will have the M4s to work with. There's also a decent amount of utility. The Lily contemplating of buying the AWP, and he actually does make the purchase. Okay. Not only do they have the rifles to work with, they have an AWP in the hands of Lily, who I will presume will go for some fast, aggressive play to find an early pickup. That's what I'm hoping to see. Taking place here. And Marcel is able to get the first kill here. The remaining players here from iPet, they can't really contribute to any frags right now. There is, in fact, still a player in CT. Could be quite the nuisance here. Smoke grenade has been thrown out, and I think the players here from BTR are going to plant it. Alright, that's pretty good here. But once the smoke's end up fading, players are in some poor positions. You have, obviously, Jerome, who's Fates there in the Palace area, but the other players, you have one in Sandwich, easy pickup for him, and now Trees, I mean, he's out there, he's going to get spotted out, and that's going to be the first round here for iPet. They do pick it up, and a pretty convincing retake. Really like the way they approached it. push there from Lily. The Molotov does deter him from holding that angle too long, of course. He has lost quite a lot of HP in that engagement. So he's going to have to be a bit more careful in his approach. We do see the remaining roster here from iPet. They themselves were hoping to fight over some mid control, but we do see some of the players have already backed away, whereas a guy like F-Core seems to want to push the situation here. He does have a FAMAS to work with, but he doesn't really want to give away his life intact. There we go. There's the iPad players changing things up a little bit, going for the aggression there towards ramp. And that's a good possibility as any to acquire yourself an early lead here if you do find the kills here. And talk about kills here, Lily. He spots out Impression, making his way onto the stairs, the connector. Changes up the angle. Gonna try to attempt the shot yet again, though Caddy. He's gonna hit, but he will survive that engagement for now. The players here from BTR, I mean, for them, they got time. They got loads of time, in fact. They don't really have to commit to the A-bomb side. That's where they did lose the player. And I think the way they're positioning right now, we might just see a hit here on the B-bomb side. All 4 players are close by. Will we see utility usage? Probably not. Dreer, first man in, finds the first kill. Mutant. He definitely used the back of his own teammates. The push right now is very good here. However, a 2-on-2 situation, not too shabby here for BTR. They do succeed, and now it's Jerome and ADR. In pretty good positions to secure this one. NMSL and Flying. Both of the players coming in from shop. That's the biggest problem. Making your way out of shop is very difficult, especially because iPet, they don't have any players backing them up. Looks like both the players coming in. Foyt's holding the angle. Fate secures the kill. And Flying, as he makes his way to the side, that's where ADR can pounce. And that's going to be the 3rd round here for BTR, as we do see the other player like ADR is doing quite well on the scoreboard, sitting on a comfortable 8 kills. Now this is, I think, the interesting part in this whole shebang, because iPet's economy has been reset. And because of the economy being reset, I guess it is going to be just another simple eco. Yes, that's the name of the game here for a team like iPet. Oh, look at his aggressiveness coming out from iPet. It's a nice idea. They're only on the pistol here, so they might as well make something aggressive out of their playbook. And it does work out. For now, it is ADR here, who's going to make sure no one trespasses the A-bomb side. The players are kind of stuck there in the middle, but they have recovered an AK-47, so that's something there for Lily. There's Lily holding the angle. Picks up the kill there in ADR. Good pickup for him. The remaining players right now for BTR are probably even thinking about trying to avoid these players. I think if you're a BTR in this position, you don't want to give away any free rifles. You want to try to save them at this point. Save the rifles, keep them intact, back away from the B apartments. That would be the call I'd have to make. Because obviously, as we do get to see, the players here, they have actually a position to still find some of these extra frags. I mean, Lily picking up an AK-47, Flying having an AK-47. That's pretty good here for the CTs. They'll definitely want to keep those rifles intact. And there we go. That's the round pretty much over. Done and dusted. This, however, is the interesting round. This is where we do see a purchase coming in here from the iPet roster. Though, actually, because of the 2 AK-47s being saved, it's not that bad. You have F-Core and Flying stacked with utility. Yeah, guys, not so much, I'd like to say. And you do have Lily back on the sniper rifle. So Lily, he is going towards here, the window area. No smoke grenade to block off his vision, but there is a smoke grenade for short. It looks like to me that BTR are going to try to keep things pretty simple here. Basic stuff coming in, the smoke grenades as well. Flashbangs do rain in, and the players are jumping out of the apartments as they don't want to be consumed with the flames here. Dreer, good movement from him as he's the one entering the bomb site. Taking such a way to clear out the site by strafing to the left is a very nice approach, but wait a minute. Of course, got the bomb. That's a big mistake here for BTR. You're going to have to fight for the bomb right now, and also for the players who are in position to hold this bomb. We do have Caddy here. Could definitely use the back of his own teammates before committing. Jerome holding the angle. Cadito cannot spot out flying. With the bomb still being in position here for iPet, this is still a good scenario here for the CTs, but the problem is, though, can he continue on with the hold here? They know the positioning of one of these players. Flash runs in. It is not the most effective one, but it still forces Impression to back away, and they pull it off. The second round here for iPet. And I must say, though, I haven't really noticed how the Defcore made it that position. Did he actually go in through the underpass and actually flank the players through there? Or did he have a push in top mid? I don't know, to be honest, but clearly whatever he did was very successful. It allowed iPet to pick up themselves the second round here on the first half of Mirage. And now it is going to be yet another purchase here for BTR, but all things considering, as purchases are concerned, this one's kind of poor. 30 AK-47s, a couple upgraded pistols, and that's about it. So their lack of utility, it looks like the BTR players are just gonna hit this A site. However, in himself, caught out reloading the FAMAS. He has to be quite careful about that, not to be consumed by the flames. And they do get him in the end. BTR now in a position where they can very easily plant the bomb. They've smoked out the most important choke points. I am quite surprised to see that while it's having full bombs to control, they still planted for default. That is quite peculiar. As the smoke's end up fading, that's where some bigger issues might arise. Dreer not at the best position right now. He could get spotted out with a player, but he wins the gunfight. And the bomb's not even planted for Dreer, so it doesn't make a lot of sense for him to back away in connector. This is a mistake. Lily throws down the smoke grenade, and that could be enough here. He's gonna have to push it with the smoke. That's the smoke, but doesn't work out. And that will be another round here for iPet. That was, I like to say, a weird round there from the BTR players. They put themselves in a very winnable situation, a 5 versus 4, in which, when they have full bombs control, a lot of teams will consider, right, if we have full bombs control, we control the choke points, we have to plant the bomb in an open avenue. That's just one way to approach it. But afterwards, the players, they just plant for default. Again, there's some miscommunication, I'd like to say, for the BTR players. From what I've seen in their previous game where they played... Now, I'm trying to remember who they played. Did BTR play eHome, I'd like to say? Oh, I'm not so sure about it, but I remember that they got absolutely pummeled on the T side. On the CT side, they looked pretty decent. But on the T side, there seemed to be a lot of miscommunication. Simple equal here from BTR. Hoping to rack up as much money as possible for the upcoming round. And Impression, I didn't even see how he got here in jungle, but it's such a powerful position. They can now overwhelm the player in connector, who still hasn't revealed his position. There we go. As he does, he will be punished. Now BTR in position to not only do damage in a round like this, but even secure it by this point. That's how good they're looking right now. The BTR players are going for a bit of a wraparound, it looks like. They still have a player in jungle. That is the key thing here for BTR. That is a very powerful position to be holding. And as all the players do come out of here from ramp, they don't see a single CD just yet. In fact, they're making a lot of noise. No rotation just yet. And once Drew begins to punch in the numbers, it's pretty obvious what's going on here. It is a bomb plant here at the A site. I think if you're iPet, attempting this one is still a possibility, but you need to find a frag quick enough. If they don't succeed, oh, Mutant misses the shot. If he lands it, he might just get a kill during Impression. That's going to cost extra time here for iPet, and they got to hurry up here by this point. I like the fact that this round the bomb is planted in a safer position here for BTR. And there we go. All the players are going down here except for Mutant. He's still alive and kicking. But can he still get any more of these kills? He's simply running out of time, and FC begins to retreat. I think the bomb explosion is going to get him, so that is going to be the 5th round here for BTR. Oh no, he actually survives the bomb explosion, but pushed us up from CT? I don't know, that was kind of weird. I mean, you survived the bomb explosion. That's great stuff. There's not even a possibility in the world anyone's going to come in through C to try to hunt you down, as that's where the bomb explosion just happened. And so, BTR secured themselves the 5th round, and they force iPet on yet another eco. For now, this seems to be like the name of the game here on the first half of Inferno. Oh, actually, no, pardon me, Mirage. As it's very close here between the two teams. No one really edging out just yet. But with this round being an eco here for iPet, it looks possible that BTR might just have themselves the 6th round. They're entering the bomb site though. They're being very precise in their approach, not losing a single. Oh, actually, pardon me, they do lose one gunfight there. Lily picks up 1 kill. But overall, should be quite a clean round here, BTR. If you don't lose a single player afterwards, this is going to be good. However, there is a bit of a flank going on here, and we still have a player in ramp, a player in CT as well, so clearly the damage is being dealt here, and I don't anticipate a second guy to come in here. Flying will be going down. It's all up to the lonesome mutant here. Obviously, winning the round is pretty much impossible at this point, but one thing he can try to strive for is to recover an AK-47. That's actually going to be quite good for them, because this upcoming round, they can't fully invest. No, and you see that pretty much every single player is sitting around $3,000, and oop, through here, kind of sleeping on the trigger there. But as we do see this round here, it is going to be iPet in another horrible predicament. They just have to go for the save at this point. That's going to allow BTR to extend the lead to probably the 7th round here. That is a bit dissatisfying here for iPet. Because as I mentioned earlier, iPet have difficulties on the T side. Let's call them that, difficulties. So they want to acquire as many rounds as possible on the C side here of Mirage. Because if they don't succeed here, then yeah, I think the second half is going to be very difficult. Molotov's been thrown out. I think the Molotov lands towards... Yes, it has landed towards the bench area. And we can see that the BTR players again entering the ring to the side, sustaining heavy casualties, though they are being dealt the damage. You see Caddy, ADR picking up a kill. Mutant here with the Deagle. Ooh, he's actually closer than he might think to actually getting himself a second kill. Look at how low these players are here from BTR. Every single one of them below 30 HP. If F-Core would feel like, okay, it's my time to shine, I'm going to try to get him down. There's a possibility he finds a kill or two. But at this state, yes, it is going to be yet another round here for BTR. They might have lost a lot of HP, which is a bit of a shame, but they still remain intact with all their rifles in their possession. So that's the important bit here for BTR. Oh, there you go. Even though he picks up a couple kills there, he can't recover the rifle, which is, I guess to say, a bit of a shame, but at the same time, we can look at this round and see that iPet can finally pull off a purchase, and this is probably the best one yet. AUG is coming into play, M4s and AWP. It's not looking too shabby here for the roster of iPet. You can see that these players, as they have gone for the purchase here, it's not an aggressive play just yet. As I say, so I think there's a player connector here. Lily is about to spot a lot of these players coming in. The fast push right now for BTR hasn't worked out. They don't check the position of Mutant. Big mistake as he racks up free. And might as well try to go for the 4th one, but he does go down with the Impression, who's now left in a 1 versus 3. A lot more players to find here. He finds himself more. The 4th one as well. He's on the brink of winning the ace clutch. There's only one more player remaining, and that's Lily, and he's got the up to work. When he misses the shot, he's a goner, but he pulls out the USP. The appropriate weapon here, and the 2 shots going to be enough. The 2 taps. And that will be around here for iPet, but that was way too close. A 1 versus 5. It's almost a winnable reality there for Impression. And as we can see, even though they do win the round here, iPet, we see that their investment, their purchase, is going to be looking worse for wear. If they would have kept all 5 players surviving, sure, we see the AUGs, the M4s back in action, but here there has to be FAMAS for NMSL, a UMP, Lily tries to open things up here, but the timing is not right. This is not the first time I've seen Lily get punished like this in Connector. He really likes to go for a lot of these early peaks here in Connector, but he doesn't seem to have the right timing to go for them, and he still goes and tries to make the play, which he does not succeed. Now, however, BTR, they have full bombs control. It's pretty much over by this point here with the iPad roster as Mutant. Can't really go for the retake in 1 versus 3 with no defuse could speak of, and losing would be just a full man's game. So yes, it is going to be Mutant here on the save, and we actually saw a pause taking place, so I wonder who has decided to pick up the pause. I would presume it probably is the guys here from iPet. As you might see, that they have lost a decent amount of rounds in a row by this point. So yeah, taking a pause does make a lot of sense. You want to try to acquire as many rounds as possible here on the city side, the more favored side here for the iPad guys. Now there's still 3 more rounds to be played out. So yes, taking a pause is quite an understandable maneuver here from the iPad players. I can't really deny them. But as I say so, I mean, it's really hard to say which team has actually gone for the timeout, and at this point, I think it might just be even maybe someone from BTR's having issues. There's always the possibility. I do hope the issue is going to get fixed as soon as possible, and that we can continue on with our matchup here, because it is still just the first map of our best of 3. I think this is now... Wait, I wonder... How would you call this one? Is this... this matchup, what does it mean here for both of these teams? I do believe it is, in fact, the lower bracket round 3, so I do believe the loser of this one will, in fact, have to say bye-bye to his chances to still secure a spot at the minors. So yes, this is quite an important matchup here for both of these teams. And for now, BTR, they're in a pretty good position here, as we do see. Of course, this is the map pick of the iPad roster, and this being their own map pick, I mean, I can't really say it's working out too well for them. The second map, though, it is going to be BTR's pick. That will be Dust 2. So this still could be quite the interesting series. Though, of course, with iPad going to pick here in Mirage, this is also a map in which I guess you could say BTR are kind of specialists. So it's odd how they decided to approach this one, and well, this pause seems to be taking off forever. I do hope it's not going to take too long, though, as the players here on the T side seem to be unnerved by the pause. They want to just continue on playing here as soon as possible, because that's the thing. When a pause is being taken here, that's a great opportunity as any for a team like iPet to have a discussion, how they want to approach the upcoming rounds and whatnot. A team like BTR will probably won't care too much. I mean, they've been winning rounds. When it's time to make a strat, they'll just make one on the fly. But here, it is now going to be the 13th round upon us. BTR in a pretty good position to yet again secure a round, because iPet, it is a simple eco for them. The simplest of ecos. Though one thing to note is obviously the M4 in the hands of Mutant. He might be in a position to find some of those kills. But for now, it is the BTR guys holding things down. Not really committing anywhere just yet, though I do see players coming out from underpass, so it might be cautious about that part of the map. That could be the place where we see some early action going on. They've gone for a bit of a stack. Well, I say a stack. The boost would be the correct term, as Impression was boosted by his teammate. Smoke bringing in. Mutant does win the first fight here. Good pickup here for him. And also ADR loses quite a lot of HP. I'm not sure where that happened. So even though this is a very winnable round here for BTR, they don't want to be giving away some of these easy gunfights. Now they know the positioning of one of these players with a rifle. So a team like BTR must be very careful not run into his fury. Here they'll fly in. Jumping around. Jump spotting, hoping to see someone entering from ramp, and we do have NMSL here. He's got only the USB, but actually can win the fight here against ADR, who's super low in HP. And now BTR going to continue with the push here. They're going for a bit of boost here, but they will find the kill on Cat. And now, a player coming in there from jungle, a player here in connector as well. This is not the best of positioning here for BTR. ADR is so low in HP, it's all up to Dreer here. He finds the first one, can get the second one, and that's going to be a round here for iPet to secure themselves the 5th round here. And what a way to do it. Mutant, with only the one rifle, picks up 3 kills in a round, and that puts a team like iPet in a very winnable position, even though they were on the basicest of ecos. Now it is a purchase here from the iPet side, as they did end up winning the previous round. And it's a pretty good looking purchase. I like the way it looks. BTR though going for an aggressive play here, it looks like, which is quite interesting. You have 3 of the players rushing out of ramp, whereas the other 2 individuals don't even look like they were contemplating of even going for such a push. This is so weird right now for BTR. I don't even know what to say here. Maybe this was supposed to be some sort of elaborate fake. As we do see the bomb carrier, on the other hand, alongside his buddy. Both of them are heading towards the B-bomb site, so I guess that was part of the strategy here. But Mutant has the angle here, and he will pick up the first one, and Trier's position has been compromised. He can try to attempt the clutch, but it is going to be quite difficult. His best bet, try to plant the bomb, get some of that extra money here for the BTR guys. And we do see Trier shifting away from the window. He's hoping to see a player jump out of there. Maybe he can punish him. But only with 5 points of health. Oh, he picks up the first one. His position is known, and there we go. That's an easy kill for Lily. And that is the round here for iPet. They secure themselves the 6th round here. And I think on the back of this bomb plant, BTR might just have just enough to pull off an investment here. That's not going to be complete garbage, but now that I look at it, yeah, it's not that great for the terrorists. One way or the other. It has to be a purchase here. There's no other way of putting it. A purchase must come through, and Lil's making 47s. Yeah, not that great here for BTR. Not that great whatsoever. Couple players here in the middle from BTR, and someone tells me this is going to be maybe a fast split here. Jerome picks up the kill. We do see a couple more of these individuals here from BTR already committing to the push here. Do you see one of the individuals here from iPet holding it from CT, but oh, there's a bit of a gap. Dreer's going to abuse it. And now BTR, they're in a fine position to secure this one. They can very easily plant the bomb here, but they're taking their sweet time. Flash rings in. It's ineffective to say the least. Caddy goes down. And now's the bomb. It does come in here. iPet. They are attempting the retake here. Good kill there, of course, on impression. And now Jerome holds it across. He finds the first one. So I'm going to see a couple more players coming in there, and they are hoping to find the bomb here, but iPet can't do it. And now it's down to Lily in the 1 versus 2. Make that the 1 versus 1. He can try to defuse the bomb here, but I think the bomb is actually planted here for ADR here. And oh, Lily! The timing is impeccable. Right now he can try to stick the defuse here, but he knows he needs to find the frag here, and he does not succeed. By this point, ADR playing the time to perfection, and I think he's got it. I think he's got enough time. Yeah, iPet's gonna do it. He's gonna put them on the 7th round. That will be it here for the first half. I mean, that's one way to end it. That is one way to end the first half here. Already you can see that between the 2 teams, this is going to be some exciting Counter-Strike moving forward. But obviously, the hard part is going to be on the T side, and I wonder if a team like iPet will be able to bounce back here. This is an interesting way this first half turned out. I think there have been, I guess you could say 2 rounds. The eco round and that round earlier. Like, those are rounds where you think BTR have to win, if I'm being honest. There were definitely some rounds, some hiccups here for the BTR guys, in which iPet were able to capitalize off. And now we see the hold. Can they hold off the amazing push here from the iPet players? They're all coming in there from the apartments. Caddy gets two. ADR as well times in. And that's going to be it here. BTR clean up the B apartments by eliminating all the terrorists coming through. And that's going to be the 9th round here. With the pistol arm being picked up, it's again another situation in which BTR do have a pretty good looking investment. They did win the pistol run after all. And iPet, they themselves, I think it is going to be an eco. Yeah, that seems to be the logical choice here. They go for the simple eco here. They don't invest into anything other than the little bits of utility. And they're going to try to maybe plant a bomb. If they do plant a bomb, great. That's extra money here in the pockets of the iPad guys. That's something they're really looking forward to. Now, sometimes you will see teams making this waterfall play from the aim palace area. Have like 5 guys coming out from palace to try to plant the bomb there as quickly as possible. iPet, though, have majority of their players coming in through the ramp area, and as of right now, not a single kill working out there for iPet. And this is going to be somewhat of a clean round. Yes, the players lose HP, but don't worry, they're going to be able to regenerate all of that health back here in city spawn. It's the most important bit, is that they stay alive in general. Now, for iPet, this comes the investment. Again, it would have been good for them to actually get the bomb plant, then they would have extra utility to work with. But for now, it's pretty much going to come down to the raw aim. Do they have the raw aim to win a round like this? I'd say sure. A team like iPet definitely turn some heads here for BTR. But is this going to be the round? Because like I said, I mean, it's not looking that great for them. Only the rifles to work with. Already they have wasted their first bits of utility, and what's then? We see Mutant throwing down the flash. This is an A side hit, it looks like it. They have 3 players coming in through the connector area, which is quite odd. You don't really get to see that too often. You're thinking to have 2 players to connector and 3 from ramp or palace, and this is looking sublime here. BTR able to find every single kill, except for the one on NMSL. And now the player tries to give it his best shot, but he cannot succeed. Yeah, tries to give us his best Dupree impression, but yeah, it's very hard to be out there in CPL. Right. It's now going to be a round in which iPad, again, for them, it is the simplest of ecos. They can't invest. And as they say so, NMSL buys the AK-47. What are you doing? Your team has to go for the eco at this point. Buying the one AK-47? I don't know. I think I would have preferred to see maybe even an op come out here from one of the players here from iPad. Just save up some of that extra money. But we'll see how it goes. Especially in a round like this where you're hoping for NMSL to find an entry frag here. It's going to be very difficult here, but it does find good timing. Now the nade as well. That is a lot of damage, especially on the AK-47 carrying NMSL. And even though Flying finds a nice shot with the Deagle, I'm not sure if he's going to get any more than that. Dreer sees the player here, and this round is pretty much over here. However, F-Core does find a kill there on one of the CTs. Recovers an AUG. Still has the bomb, though. That's the important bit. But not anymore. 12 rounds here for BTR, as they've picked up 4 rounds in pretty quick succession. But this is now the real deal. This is where a team like iPet, they're going for the investment. Lily might contemplate of buying a sniper rifle. He has been pretty good with the op, so he wouldn't blame him to attempt it, but it's not going to work out. Just the AK-47. Do have players from iPet set him up. And a executor looks like 3 players coming in from Palace. The 2 smoke grenades have been thrown out. I think there's no smoke grenade for CT though. That is the weird bit. And now as the flash is thrown in, iPet gonna keep things pretty simple in their approach, but is that gonna be enough? The simplicity. Do you see some kills working out here for BTR, especially one from Jerome. Now Caddy finds the kill on Flying. And there's only 2 more players remaining here from iPet. They throw down the late smoke in CT. But the problem is, once it's going to fade, Mutant is in a whole world of problems. He is home to spot a player there in ticket booth, and he's almost right. There is, in fact, a player there. But he's not going to jump on the box. Well, he does, but it does find a kill on the other player. There's still Mutant remaining. He's not in the best position to be there, and, well, Dreer going to fire off the shots, and that's it. That's going to be the 13th round here for BTR. Plenty of time to get the defuse in. And, of course, iPad not finding any success here on the second half at all. For now, what I've seen is a very basic playbook. there have been 5 rounds that have been played here in the second half, and the majority of them have been aggressive pushes on the A bomb site through executes. And that clearly hasn't worked out here for a team like iPet. You can't just hope to bash your head against the wall and hope it's going to crack. Yeah, it's possible at times you might work out, but you need to have like a very, I don't know, big head here. And something iPet are really racking that regard is their T-side cohesion. They're just getting absolutely taken out there one by one. You can see there's a player in underpass. He's going to get shut down. There's a player in top mid. He's going to have to face the fury of fates. So playing like this isn't working out for them on the terrorist side. So they try to go for some of that mid-presence. They got punished very early. And I think they might change things up a little bit by not really even going for mid-presence or attack the A bomb side, but maybe just sticking together and attacking the B side. They haven't really tried it too often. One of the times they did it, I think, was just the pistol round. Yeah, the pistol round and one of the ecos. That's about it. Primarily just been the A side, and again, the A side. Right, the players can still kind of invest here from iPet, but a lot of times I think it would have been wiser to save up some of that money. Keep just $1,000. Keeping $1,000 is enough because the maximum lose money bonus by this point is 3,400. So you keep 1,000, you got 3,400 next round. You can still have a pretty good looking purchase with an AK-47, Kevlar, as well as some utility to spare. And as I was mentioning earlier, iPet, they're now committing to the B side play. There is only one player here, Dreer, so you might have to face some problems here with all these players coming in. So this is a good start here. iPet, they do secure themselves the first kill as well as the bomb site and the bomb plant. Looking quite good here for a team like iPet, and if Mutant is going to get this kill and impression, that pretty much seals the deal. There we go, he gets it done with 2 shots for the deagle. And this is now a round. This is a round here for iPet to secure. ADR and Jerome probably going to have to back away from this one. Attempting the retake is pretty much a fool's game, so yes, save some of those weapons here and keep them into the next round if you are BTR. As they are in a fine position to actually save the weaponry here. Definitely no need to commit. And they will allow iPet to secure the first round. One thing hit me though. I called this team iPet, but now that I think of it, it could very easily be iPet, right? Depending on how you read it, and depending on your cultural and linguistical background, the I can be said like an I. So it could be an iPet? Oh man, now that confuses me quite a bit. I think I'm gonna go, stick to my guns and call it iPet. I've done so in the past, I'm gonna continue on doing so. And so will iPet. Continue on with their pushes here at the A bomb site. Impression though does get taken out of the equation, and you do see Jerome here with full vision here. No smoke towards CT is a big mistake, iPet. What are you thinking? Planning for default and not having to clear out Jerome? Yeah, that's a big mistake. 15 rounds here for BTR and iPet. At least they still have the money. That's the good thing for them. They can still make the purchase happen. And as the purchase is coming through, I mean, I can't really say it's looking that great for them. It's looking quite bad, you could even say. But they're going to try to give it their best shot. Let's see how it goes, though. We have probably some early mid-presence coming in there from the iPet squad. They have them down to smoke grenade. I do believe for short, so that it will allow them to cross them safely. But there is Jerome here. He's out here in window. Finds himself the first, not the second, though. The Molotov is abysmal. Second Molotov rings in. Now he has to back away, and he still fires off the shot. Still not a bad situation here for iPet. There we go. Flying gets a kill on Caddy. This is a good situation here for iPet. They are in a position to pull this one off. They have to face Impression ADR King. That's the one problem I'd point out. Grenade. That even doesn't even do the damage. That was way too deep. And here, at the minute mark, See the players but surely shifting their focus towards the B-bomb set. F-Core takes an impression, and there we go. That's the B-bomb set up for business. Mutant secures the last kill. And now this is a fine position here for iPet. They're going to force a team like BTR on an eco, I think. Yeah, because even though you have players like Caddy, Jerome, and Dreer who can kind of invest, I think it's much safer for them to go for the 1 eco here. And when it comes down to make the purchase here on the 26th round, yeah, that is absolutely when you have to go for it. Smoke is being thrown out. Not sure why we're going full third person here, but that's going to be Caddy to pick up the first kill. And what is going on here? ADR Jerome getting kills as well. And Jerome as well. We don't even see the POV of the players there. We can obviously take a look at what F-Core is up to, and him being on 1 versus 4 like this is not looking good. He picks up the first one. Can he find the second one, the third, and the fourth? That's what he's going to have to do to secure this round for the team. It is falling apart here for iPet. Not to mention the fact that the bomb, it's in the possession here of BTR, so it's going to come down to F-Core to find these kills here, and I'm not sure if he's going to be capable of doing so. Battling it off here with a guy in connector. And there's one more individual here in ramp, so F-Core might just pick up the skill. Flash rains in, but it's Dreer to pick it up. 16-9 is the scoreline. BTR secured the first map, and of course, the second map will be upon us. It is going to be this too, folks. We will be back after a quick commercial break, and we'll bring you all the Counter-Strike action here at the lower bracket 3rd round, so stay tuned.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.